I have less than 24 hours to reach the third and current sea in Blox Fruits, and I am a complete noob. Well, not entirely a noob, I guess. In the last video, we managed to reach the second sea in only a couple of hours with the help of some friends, some fans, and a little bit of Robux. But conquering the first sea is nothing compared to the challenges that await us now that we are in C2. Join me and my crew on this incredible adventure where we will be awakening fruits, unlocking rare gear, and eventually making it to the third sea at level 1500. By the way, if you can leave this video a like, I have not stopped playing this game besides sleeping and pooping, so a like is very, very motivational at this time. We are a fresh level 700. Aw, so cute. And what better way to make the second sea grind better than to have your friends carry you through content you probably shouldn't be doing yet, such as awakening our Buddha fruit and becoming a literal Buddha god. To be honest, this kind of sounds more epic than it is. I sort of just sat here watching everybody completely destroy waves and waves of enemies until I met this dude who gave me my awakened fruit that I totally deserve having. Now with my new awakened fruit, I am unstoppable. That is until someone spawned this giant sea monster I had no idea even existed in this game, and let's just say we were no match for him at all. But giant sea monsters aside, we are ready to take on C2, fueled with nothing but G Fuel and dreams. We started defeating raiders and mercenaries and eventually the boss Diamond. After clearing the first part of Rose City, it was time to move on to the second area where I stayed forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm not kidding when I say this area took more time than basically everything else. The XP was better than most places, so my crew recommended I stay here to level for a very long time. And that's exactly what I did. After an incredible amount of the day being spent here, it was time to take on Jeremy. He was kind of weak though, not gonna lie, so we just made quick work of him and moved on. From here, the crew recommended that we do the Colosseum quest in order to give us access to the Alchemist NPC. So off we went. The quest is given by the guy in the cafe, Bartillo, who will ask you to kill Jeremy. After that, you free the gladiators from the Colosseum and complete a puzzle in the Swan's mansion. Now it's time to speak to the Alchemist, who will give us the flower quest. We need to find 3 different colored flowers. Honestly, I don't really know where any of these ones are except for the yellow ones that can be dropped from NPCs you fight, but the other 2, I don't really know. I just kind of followed my crew. After that, we went back to the Alchemist and evolved our rabbit race to V2. All of our plans are coming together now. I can use my Dark Blade plus my Awakened Buddha and my new Rabbit Race V2 to easily farm as quick as possible. We are now on track to completing this second sea fast. Now that we are in the green zone, we have to fight the Marines, most notably the lieutenants and the captains, but eventually even the boss, Fajita, who uses the gravity fruit. He was a super fun boss to fight with interesting moves and actually pretty good XP. And after defeating him, it was time to leave the whole main island in search of more adventure and most importantly, more XP. So off we went to the graveyard where I fought zombies and vampires. This area was probably one of the fastest ever, so we were off to the snow mountains pretty quickly. I actually had a ton of fun in the snow mountains. The NPCs were super easy to group up and farm, and overall, it was a pretty chill vibe. I stayed here all the way up until level 1080, and at some point during this grind, I actually went to fight the Don Swan, who is without a doubt one of the best villains in any anime ever. I will fight anybody on that. To fight him, I had to give Trevor a fruit that was worth over 1 million, but that was it. After my second time beating the Don Swan, I actually unlocked a super rare accessory. His very own glasses that only had a 2.5% chance to drop. These glasses are actually the best accessory in the entire second sea, and they give me a 250 health boost, 250 energy boost, 8% damage, 8% cooldown, and 25% buff to my movement speed. It's safe to say by this point I was feeling pretty confident and ready to take on anything. But before we continue to the next island, my crewmates recommended that I get my race up to V3 now that I have defeated the Don Swan. And to do this, I needed to do Arrowie's quest, which is actually pretty simple. Collect 30 chests. Once that was complete, I got a brand new ability, which gives me increased movement speed, decreases my dash cooldown, and gives me a longer dash length. Very worth doing in my opinion. And after beating the Don Swan, it was time to go to the Hot and Cold Island. This place felt like a grind. I farmed the lab subordinates for literal hours until I reached level 1211. I also fought the Smoke Admiral, but there isn't really much to talk about with him. I feel like I was at this island forever. We finished the lab subordinates at 12:11, and then we had to go over to the other side and defeat magma ninjas and lava pirates. These guys, I was grinding so long because I had to get all the way up to 1288. Basically, in this area, I had to go up over 200 levels, which felt insane. Once we were done here, it was so good to finally get to move on somewhere, and I'm honestly glad to be gone from there. After Hot and Cold was one of my favorite areas in the entire Second Sea, the Cursed Ship. I don't know why, but I just loved the music and the vibe here. The NPCs are all super close together, which is very handy, and every once in a while the cursed captain would appear and he could drop this thing called the Hellfire Torch, which I still don't have, but you can use it to get the ghoul race. I stayed here farming the shipworkers and stewards all the way up to almost level 1400, at which point I was getting very excited to finally reach my goal of 1500 in one day. So enough wasting time, we were off to the ice castle. This area felt very grindy for me, and I spent a lot of time fighting the Arctic warriors. But eventually, I was able to fight the Ice Admiral, who can drop 2 different keys, and I did manage to get both of them on separate kills. The first key, the library key, can be used to get Death Step, a different form of combat, and the second key is the hidden key. I used this key on a secret chest and it gave me the sword called Rengoku. Yes, from Demon Slayer. The reference is not very subtle at all. Either way, I decided to use this new blade for a while just for fun as I continue my grind in the ice castle. I still haven't unlocked the last mastery unfortunately, but if you think I should, let me know. Now it is time for our final challenge of C2, the Forgotten Island. This is the coolest island in all of C2. I mean, just look at that dang skull. This place was awesome and a ton of fun to grind in. It homes the sea soldiers, which I farmed alongside the Tidekeeper boss all the way to level 1500. The Tidekeeper also drops the water key, which I can use to become a literal shark man. Let me know if that's something you think I should do, by the way. But either way, we crushed our goal today of reaching the 3rd sea in one day, and I honestly couldn't be happier. Now there is only one thing left to do, and that is to head back to Rose City. We need to go and speak with somebody at the Coliseum, and once we do, we get to witness one of the most epic Roblox cutscenes I have ever seen, and I'm not gonna cut through any of it or talk over it. I want you guys to enjoy it for yourself. Spoiler warning, this is definitely something that I think you should kind of grind for yourself to experience, but if you don't want to do that, if you just want to see how it goes, this is cool. We're gonna have to fight somebody very important. Let's go ahead and let's get into it, guys. I am so excited, and thank you for sticking around this long. Please leave this video a like and show some love. Share it with your friends, guys. This is insane. Let's get into the cutscene. My future goal is to hit max level as soon as possible. I really want to do PvP and especially want to be ready for future updates coming soon. So if you want to support my insane grinding recently and want to see me hit max as soon as possible, then destroy that like button, guys. I will be posting a ton more Blox Fruit content for all of you very soon that I hope you're gonna love. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys again soon.